All right, gentlemen, let's start with a question that might make you feel a little uncomfortable, but one that is, quite frankly, essential. Have you ever found yourself thinking about a woman, not just for a few minutes, but obsessively, constantly, even when you're supposed to be doing something else? Now imagine, for a second, that she's doing the same thing about you. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? You're not just in her thoughts, but you're the center of them, the focal point of her mind. You might be wondering, is that even possible? Can I really make her think about me like that? Well, the answer is yes. But it's not as simple as just saying the right things or wearing the perfect cologne. It's about mastering the art of attraction and psychology, understanding her deepest desires, triggering her curiosity, and making her feel that sense of emotional pull that keeps you on her mind. Before you jump to conclusions or think this is about manipulation or tricks, let me assure you, it's not about playing games. It's about developing a genuine connection where she's left wanting more of you, not just physically, but emotionally and intellectually. It's about becoming the kind of man who stands out, who leaves an impression that lingers long after the conversation is over or the date has ended. In this video, we'll break down the steps, the mindset, and the tactics that can get any woman to think of you constantly. It's about balancing confidence, mystery, respect, and authenticity in a way that makes you irreplaceable in her world. Stick with me, and you'll learn how to keep her thinking about you, not as a passing thought, but as a lasting, persistent presence in her life. Ready? Let's dive in. Section 1. Create a mystery, like Jason Bourne, but better. Let's kick things off with something a bit unconventional: mystery. No, I'm not talking about playing the bad boy card or pretending to be someone you're not. I'm talking about something deeper. Think about it. Have you ever watched a movie where the protagonist is mysterious, elusive, and constantly keeps you guessing? Take the Bourne identity, for instance. Jason Bourne, the protagonist, is not just your average action hero. He's a man with a past he can't remember, secrets that unravel slowly, and a presence that demands attention, without him ever fully revealing himself. Now imagine you're in a woman's life, but you've got that same allure. You're not offering her all of yourself up front. You give just enough to spark interest, but there's always more to you that she doesn't know. And that's the secret sauce that keeps her coming back. It's not about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about building a real sense of curiosity. When she's left with questions about you, the intrigue begins. This, my friends, is how you make her think of you constantly. In the world of modern dating, we're often quick to share everything about ourselves. Social media makes it easy. A post here, a story there, a check-in, showing where you are and who you're with. But the more you reveal about yourself, the less mysterious you become. And when you lose that air of mystery, the attraction starts to fade. Women, like men, are wired to chase what they can't immediately understand. They don't want a puzzle that's solved right away. They want something that keeps them questioning, wondering, and ultimately thinking about what's beneath the surface. But how does this look in practice? Start small. Stop oversharing. Keep some details about your life and your past tucked away for later. And don't feel pressured to fill every silence with a conversation. If you're having a date or a chat and there's a natural pause, let it breathe. This gives her the space to think about you and wonder what you're really thinking. When you don't give away every piece of information right away, you leave room for her to project thoughts and ideas about who you are, which can make you seem more interesting and complex. Now imagine this in a real-life setting. Let's say you're talking with her, and you drop something unexpected into the conversation, something intriguing, but don't fully explain it. Maybe you mention a book you've been reading, but you don't give away too much about it. You tell her about a trip you took, but leave out the details about what happened when you were there. Maybe you've got a talent or a hobby you've never revealed, and you keep it that way for a while. This leaves her constantly wondering, who is this guy? What's his story? Just like Bourne, the mystery doesn't have to be overwhelming. It just needs to be there, subtly pulling her in. It's the kind of curiosity that keeps her mentally engaged, without her even realizing it. And, as we all know, when a woman is mentally engaged with you, she's far more likely to keep you on her mind long after the conversation has ended. In summary, to make a woman think of you constantly, stop revealing everything about yourself at once. Build a sense of mystery, spark curiosity, and leave her wanting to know more about who you truly are. This is how you set the foundation for constant thoughts of you in her head. Section 2. Be observant, like a good police officer. Now, let's talk about something simple but incredibly powerful: being observant. Think about a police officer on duty. They don't just rush into situations without paying attention to the details. They're constantly observing, noticing things that others might miss. A small twitch in someone's body language, a subtle shift in tone, or a slight change in someone's behavior. It's not about being overbearing or creepy, but rather understanding the power of attention to detail. In relationships, the same principle applies. If you can make her feel like you're really paying attention to who she is, to her words, actions, and even her body language, you'll automatically start standing out from the crowd. You see, women, just like anyone else, want to feel seen, heard, and understood. When you make the effort to observe the little things that matter to her, you're not only showing interest, but you're also triggering something important in her mind: connection. Imagine this. During a conversation, she mentions that she likes a particular type of coffee. A good police officer might not immediately act on it, but he'd store that information for later. Similarly, you should take note of these small details. A couple of days later, surprise her with that coffee she mentioned. It shows that you remembered, that you were paying attention, and that you care about her preferences. It's these small gestures that go a long way in making her feel special, and more importantly, keeping you on her mind. Think about it from her perspective. She'll start to realize, wait, he actually listens to me, remembers what I like, and pays attention to the small things that make me who I am. That's a powerful feeling for anyone to experience. And when someone feels that deeply understood, they can't help but think about the person who's able to make them feel that way. Being observant isn't about being overly intense or scanning for clues like a detective. It's simply about being present, noticing what she says and does, and using that information to build a stronger bond. The more you pay attention, the more she'll think about you. Because you're not just another guy. You're the one who truly gets her. So in short, don't just hear her. Listen. Pay attention to the small details that others might overlook. This will make you stand out, and without her even realizing it, keep you constantly in her thoughts.